Good evening. Welcome to Talks Machina. Are we on the internet?
What do you think?
Every day it gets worse around here. I am your spirit guide, Brian Wayne Foster, and tonight we'll be discussing episode 89 of Critical Role. We'll also be giving away our GIF and Fan Art of the Week prizes and answer your questions with my guests, Laura Bailey. Laura, will you accept this rose?
I would love to.
Thank you. Excited for our future together.
Me too.
Liam O'Brien. Liam, will you accept this rose? I know. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Thank you. I truly feel great. And finally, hit it, Denise. Do you ever think they'll find out about Denise, you guys? We are back.
That was good.
Please welcome Laura, Liam, and Travis to the couch. Yay!
God damn it.
Smells so sweet.
It smells so sweet.
What could I have done?
Travis,
Why
where's
doesn't he love me?
yours?
I could have done more. I just felt like he didn't get to see the real me.
You didn't put out, did you?
No, my fantasy suite was a total bust.
We watched Travis's college football games on VHS in the fantasy suite.
Yeah.
It did not go as planned.
Nope.
Oh man, how is everyone?
Oh, a little punchy.
Yeah.
A little punchy.
A little punchy, yeah.
I just ate about 60 peanuts in a row.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, my original estimation was 50, but I think I got to give it plus 10. I had 60 straight peanuts out of a thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where'd you find them?
They're in a cabinet. I don't know whose they are.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that's all the time we have for tonight. I'd like to thank our purchasing department for the peanuts. Guys, Talks Machina tonight is sponsored by Loot Crate.
Hey!
Loot Crate,
Ow.
the March theme, Primal. Brands include X-Men. Did you guys see Logan?
Yeah.
Wait, I sat next to you.
You did. Penis.
Liam, did you see Logan?
No, I didn't see it.
You haven't seen it yet?
Liam, you're gonna love it so hard.
So good, man. It's so good. Anyway,
Yeah.
Overwatch, Diva's the best. Predator. Promo link up on the screen right now, Denise.
Good.
LootCrate.com
We're not good and ready.
/Critical Role. I like to surprise her.
Yeah.
Make him dance, Denise.
Promo code Critical Role, one word, for 10% off your first month. Thank you, Loot Crate, for sponsoring the show.
Yay.
I had a gag planned. Thursday night, showed up to Critical Role, threw it away. The second I saw soggy, wet Snickers dripping from the chin of Sam Riegel.
It was the grossest thing.
Did you see
was
Loot
not
Crate
that
wrote back
bad.
and
It
said,
was-
nope.
Yeah, I love that. Nope.
They were, I have often wondered what they have thought about some of those gags that he does.
I saw that GIF about 50 times on social media and passed on clicking on it every single time. I don't want to relive the horror of seeing it from
It's
6
kind of
feet away.
majestic. It turns into like a bald rat that's like hanging out of his mouth when the big league chew starts to give way.
I really only saw
Really nice.
about 1.5 seconds of it live because I
See the
could not
lockjaw
stare
too.
at it.
Like that.
Why
it
would he
started
put the
seizing.
big league chew in the mouth before he finished eating the chocolate?
Yeah, that is a good question. The execution was poor.
Guys, there's so many
That's
questions
planning.
about this tonight.
You're
Don't
right. We
spoil
should
the
pace
answers.
ourselves. You're right.
We have so much time to get to Sam's dirty mouth. Up next, the extended version of our Christmas video is almost done, and we're gonna have an announcement very soon about when that's gonna be out. It'll be on YouTube and all kinds of different places
amazing.
for you to see it.
So much.
Yeah, there was so many videos we sent in, so of all the ones that we were able to work with from format issues and audio and video, we got everything together, and it's really good. I watched it the other day, and it's and it's one of its final stages, and it's very beautiful. So thank you to everyone for sending those videos in. Sorry it took us so long. Been a bit busy resurrecting bad players. Here we go. Signal boost. Satine Phoenix video just dropped, I think today, right? Nobody answers, nobody
Yes,
knows.
it did.
I know better.
Answers
I know
that.
better.
We've all stopped trying.
I know better. I also, due to them literally being out of ideas, cast me to host a episode of Signal Boost, which will be out soon. I boosted some stuff you guys have never heard of.
Am I
Spam.
okay? I moved my mic. Is that okay?
I think it's fine.
All right. All right,
Chris,
cool.
Just don't call attention to
up
it.
next, Talks Machina After Dark. Last week on the show, After Dark, a worldwide conspiracy to keep Ashley Johnson from many fans.
Yes, I heard about this.
This week, just boring questions with these guys.
Yeah.
WonderCon, April 1st. We are doing Talks Machina live in front of 4,000 people at the arena at WonderCon.
correct.
Ladies and gentlemen, April 1st, 2 to 3 p.m. with, knock on wood, the entire cast of roll.
Yeah, it's a big room.
That is a big,
Big
room.
room.
That's a big room.
Yeah.
Bring all your family.
Bring all your
don't
friends.
Don't hide your kids. Don't hide your wife.
And last but not least, I want to thank every single person who donated to keep Amandine with us.
Yes, yes.
You guys raised over $6,500. Everyone would like to say thank you. There were some, oh man, I'm not going to get emotional. You're going to get emotional.
You're gonna get emotional.
We were really happy. We were happy that it happened Thursday, and thank you guys for donating. Thank you. We'll be very happy to have Amandine back really soon. So thank you guys.
Nice.
Let's get into some shit.
Yeah.
You guys do the crying on this show, not me. Hey,
Some of them.
Crit Roll Stats gave us a great one for episode 89.
Okay.
Episode 89 destroyed the record for most DM facepalms.
Is that right?
It was 10. It was 10.
Was it that whole sequence between Ashley and Sam?
It was the whole sequence between the start of episode 89 and the end of it.
Yeah, good. Good, yeah.
It was 10, now 16. 16 facepalms in one
That's
episode.
insane.
He's so proud of us.
A lot of
Yeah.
touch in the face. Yeah.
A lot of touch in the face. I hope you moisturize and cleanse.
Yeah. Wash your
Matt
hands
Mercer.
if you're going to touch your face that much.
Up first. Let's see.
Yeah, what are you going to do? What's it going to be?
Let's see.
What
To
slice of
everyone.
pizza?
From StarSurf84. If Ashley had not been available, would the group have agreed to the true resurrection that was offered?
Star Surf.
Wait, you mean like
The
reincarnation?
reincarnation?
They say true resurrection,
He was offered reincarnation.
but he was offered reincarnation.
Yeah, little Yoda lady offered
Yeah.
reincarnation.
The druid.
I can't change the questions because of legal reasons.
Right.
I mean,
I got no say in it.
well,
No, I got no say.
I would have gone for it.
Yeah,
I
me
would have
too.
totally gone for reincarnation. I hope you wouldn't have minded. But-
I may have minded, but I was ready for anything.
Right?
Yeah.
You come back
Now-
as a woodpecker and just bash your head into a tree until you die.
That's not much different than the
That's
normal
true.
vax,
Yeah,
though.
good.
That's a
point.
different race, right?
That's a random race. He could
It's
have
a
come back
random
as
race.
another
It's a,
half elf.
vax
but
is just a pecker, not a woodpecker. It's different.
You.
He could have come back as a orc. He could have come back as
Yeah.
a dwarf. He could have come back as a gnome.
But not
We've
a
never
lady.
done it.
Not a
What
lady,
about if
though.
you came back as a...
Can't you come back as a lady?
Yeah.
Well, people
Are you the same
tweeted
sex?
at me a lot about it, and I feel like I saw someone say you can't do it.
House rules. You can come back as a
I
lady.
don't know.
What's weird is he said
be
if
all right.
it would have worked, he would have come back as a Methodist. Found that- Steven.
Steven.
The Raven Queen would have been so pissed. Stephen. what?
Stephen David Dugan.
Ooh.
He's
Whoa.
back this week
Stephen
with another
David
great
Dugan.
question for you, Laura.
Yes.
what made you decide to haggle with the Raven Queen? Speaking of the Raven Queen.
Right.
It was amazing, but what was the thinking behind that plan?
Well, I knew that she made deals. I felt like it was different. It was gonna be different because of his relationship with her. And I was honest when I was in the game when I said it felt like I wasn't able to talk to Vax for this. I didn't know what Matt was gonna do. And so I thought it would be better to implore to her. And when when I bought that book for way too much gold, which ended up being just the right amount of gold, Matt sent me paragraphs on the Raven Queen because I asked him, I was like, I want to do research so that, this was at the time, so that I could help you cope with being her servant or whatever, her champion, yeah. So I had all these like texts of what she held dear and what she wanted and the people that were against her and everything. So I remembered all of that and I thought maybe I could implore with her in some sort of way. And I mean, haggling is what Bex does best, so why not go for it?
That was an in-depth amount of preparation.
Yeah, right.
That's
Well,
crazy.
it's my twin. Of course I'm going to do a lot
Well,
of
I understand that,
preparation.
but you know, I wouldn't do that for anybody in my game. But we've only been playing for a little bit.
Give it
It's
time.
totally
give it
different.
We've only
time,
been playing
man.
for a little bit.
Give it time.
Yeah.
I can tell you that if I were to die right now, no one would come to my game. Except for Will, but
We can
that's
say the
because
Secretariat.
of a little envelope that I have.
Yeah.
Travis,
See,
this question is from Sans Savvy.
Sans savvy? That
Sans
means without savvy.
Savvy. Was it difficult for Grog to take part in Vax's resurrection after Scanlan didn't hear Grog in his?
Yeah, I thought about it. Yeah, I did. But I also thought the callback to the workshop was just too good to pass up. And it was a fast one. It was super fast and easy. I didn't need to embellish on it or anything. It was just super quick.
meant a lot.
I know.
That's good.
And I was hoping that there would at least be like a lost tooth out of it so that he could come out of it going,
And he did.
oh, and he
But
did.
it was like a molar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well, not
I
that
mimed a
molars
It
are
mole.
doesn't
like-
affect his smile, though.
That's true.
That dashing rogue smile.
We haven't yet addressed dental work in this world of Exandria.
Oh,
man.
that's coming up.
Yeah.
That's what people don't know. That's what's after this campaign.
Just all of us.
A lot of
visiting the
anatomy
dentist.
stuff. A lot of character
Right.
anatomy work.
I thought about earlier things. I thought about like shaving the beard and then going, or maybe like shaving his head and making him wake up bald or something. But that was earlier on when it was more like prank worry stuff, and where the story was now. I just thought it was more important to have heart in it. So.
Yeah, with the emotional stuff that was going on, you
Yeah.
don't want Laura to make her speech, and then Travis is like,
Come out
and I
and do
draw a dick on his face."
Yeah, dick butt jokes. Okay.
Liam,
Yeah.
Callisto Lex
Yeah.
wants to know, what was going through your mind during Vax's resurrection, specifically regarding the contributions?
Well, I mean, so Liam was watching, and I guess Vax was watching. I didn't know how. I mean, look, we haven't done the same thing for every death. Like when you died in the tomb, you didn't remember jack shit.
Yeah.
But then it became such a big
But
part
it
of
was
the
so
story.
fast.
I
Right.
mean, I wasn't dead that long. An hour.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what makes the person see it or remember it. We've played it different ways. So in the moment, I was going, maybe it won't come back. Maybe I won't have the same
Right.
thing as the last death or two. But then, sometimes Matt guides the story and I'm happy to go along with it. So,
I think the reason that I said I didn't remember it is because that was before I came back in the same episode. So I didn't get a chance to talk to Matt about it to know whether or not I had heard anything. So if somebody asked me, did you hear? And I was like, nope. And I don't know. But I know Matt had talked to Taliesin and was like, yes, you did hear.
Well,
to Sam, yes, you did hear. So
I talked to Matt about a bunch of things, but that was not one of them.
Right.
So it was just kind of on me. But Liam couldn't wait and was scared to death to come in and see what the hell his friends were going to pull out of their butts. And it was
Right.
pretty good.
Corn on
Yeah,
the cob.
it's kind of fun to see what lengths people will go to bring you back.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know, but
Yeah. Wasn't expecting to be sitting there
I
for the
know.
entire thing.
it was actually really intimidating to have you sitting there because, like in the previous stuff, like they were out. Like Sam and Taliesin were sitting on the couch outside of the set, And it was like comforting because you were saying all this really personal stuff and they couldn't actually see you, you know,
Yeah.
or they could, but you couldn't see them, so it was fine. It was like an ostrich with his head in the sand.
I was expecting to just sit on that off-camera chair and, you know, have
Yeah.
a little breakdown off camera.
Right.
Yeah,
And then you were
yeah.
right
I'm
there,
like,
and I was like,
Hi,
this is
I'm
really.
Dad. I love you, Dad. I'm Dad.
I wish you would have done that. I so wish you
Just
would
sit
have
there
done
like
that.
that the whole time.
We could have a separate. We should have a waiting on resurrection cam.
Oh my God, that would be perfect. If we have to have a setup for that, then we're dying far
Some
too much.
ethereal, like.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Well, we could just put this
That filter, yeah.
this water thing over you.
Wait,
Is that not
Wait.
raw sewage? That's water?
wait,
Well.
tell me if it looks like I'm dead and I'm hoping that I come back.
Yes. Oh, yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
Put your hands out. Get your hands
Shut
out
up,
of the
shut
light.
up, I'm trying to figure out where it's
Find
at.
your light, for Pete's sake.
Yeah, you kind of do look like.
The most terrifying thing ever. This is like how The Exorcist starts. Jesus Christ, it's
It's
terrifying.
so hard, I was like using all my
You
leg
look,
muscles.
it looks like Insidious 4.
Would you mind? Would you mind answering all questions from that squatted position by the light?
so hard.
Quads on fire.
Not for us. Hey, Liam and Laura.
You're.
Yeah.
Surreal Sadie wants to know.
Wow.
How do you both feel about potentially owing the Raven Queen far more than you both initially planned as she cowers away?
Yeah, it's a pretty tall order.
Yeah.
Mine is easy, one and done.
I
And
know.
she flipped it on its head.
Though I was like, I didn't really know. I don't know anything about Orcus. I don't know. And then,
Supersized it.
fuck, as soon as like we got done with the game and people started tweeting me like, you done fucked up. I was like, oh no. Like, he's a god. I just said we would kill a god. I just thought, you know, Demon Prince.
Yeah, and a lot of people, many people who watch the show are experts on all the additions of D&D and
Yeah.
the stats of these monsters, and people tweet me all the time going like, you should lighten up, the Raven Queen's awesome, the Raven Queen is neutral, the Raven Queen isn't even the
But we don't know
all
any
we
of
know
that.
is what's in the version that Matt is making, and I honestly don't care about it.
Yeah, we don't ever
Yeah.
look it up. We
I
don't
care
want to
about
know.
what Matt
Yeah.
spits out in front of us, and so all we know
Right.
is Orcus is out there.
Orcus
Afterwards,
is a dude
short of
that's
horn.
like,
He did just very quickly like flip to a page and show me, or he on his phone, I think, a picture of Orcus. It is the most frightening fucking thing.
Really?
You can't make it any worse. Covered in sharp, pointy death objects. We are in so much trouble.
I remember at one
Someone
point.
tweet me a picture of Orcus, please.
I remember at one point we were in Matt's house and they like he has all of his figures, you know, and it was at night that we were going through all of his figures like, whoa, what's this one? Whoa, what's this one? And I wonder if I saw Orcus in there.
He did.
I mean, it's not a. What's the one creature that is just a?
The Tarrasque.
Yeah, the Tarrasque. It's not
What
a
is the-
Tarrasque. The
what's the
Tarrasque is like a
Tarrasque?
Like
campaign killer,
It's
right?
halfway between a dragon and Godzilla.
Like you can't. It's almost impossible to kill, and you can't even kill it if you knock it down to 0 hit points. It just goes back into what, like the earth to sleep.
Oh,
doesn't
it is
die.
Godzilla.
pretty much.
It's pretty terrible.
Whoa.
Please tell me that's how he plans to kill all of you.
That's how our show
Blaze
ends.
of Glory, come on.
Dude, that would be dope.
Specifically
Killed by somebody named, what was it?
Tarrasque.
Yeah. Uncle Ook has a question for you, Laura.
Oh, hi.
Don't look,
You did.
fucking pump fake with those eyes, those beautiful blue eyes.
Ask
Piece
away.
of shit.
Please don't eat into Laura's question time, Travis. Laura, did Matt give you the idea? Oh, here we go. Speaking of, did Matt give you the idea of Orcus as the possible BBEG of the final arc, or was that on your own research, or did your illustrious DM actually write out the book as a prop? I only ask, this is all the same question, I only ask because Vecna is traditionally an enemy of the Raven Queen, and Orcus too, albeit in his ascended state. Remember when Liam talked about those people who know everything?
Yeah, that
I
would be
think
one of them.
this very smart Uncle Ook person
Matt
is one of
did
them.
not ask me to do it. He didn't know. And I had texted him earlier in the week and I was like, is the Demon Prince Vecna? Would we know? Would we know that if the Demon Prince is Vecna? And he went, no, you would know that the Demon Prince is Orcus. And I went, oh, got it. Okay.
I
Because
see.
in the text that he had sent me originally, it was just like, the Demon Prince of the Undead seeks to claim the throne.
Yeah.
So,
What is BBEG?
Big bad evil guy,
Oh,
I think, right? Yeah.
yeah, that
Big
makes sense.
bad economical guru.
My producer says, I don't care.
Just one of these.
Yeah, but I did see some stuff on Reddit. that said that boom, that said that I might have stepped on the DM's toes by
stop
bringing
reading
in
that.
orcas. I know, I
Stop
can't help
reading
it.
that
I did
mess.
see though that somebody after the last week's Talks Machina, because we had talked about how it's Travis's fan club, and nobody ever
Not
says
Talks
nice
Machina.
things.
We hate Travis here. We're talking about Reddit.
And they did a Laura appreciation thread.
I heard about that.
It was really sweet.
I went Reddit free like Travis, and I've lost 15 pounds of emotional distress
Amazing.
and correcting.
Your pores clean up. Your hair is less
know.
greasy. Your
I like
farts
it.
smell
I
like
like looking
Cheetos.
at
I love it too.
sometimes.
I typically love it, and I'll go in there and answer questions and try to correct wacky conspiracy theories that people make up about what goes on behind the scenes here. But lately, I'm tired.
Also, on a side note, I think like every couple of months somebody asks one of us, "Did you work out that romantic beat? Did you work out that funny beat
Yeah.
you did?" I promise we didn't work anything out.
Yeah.
Not a thing.
Not a thing.
No, we wouldn't ruin it that way.
Yeah.
Nobody
Where's
is a
the
good
fun in
enough
that?
creative force to script something like that. It
Yeah.
has to come.
If it was scripted, it just
People sent
it
me
would
questions
feel
all the
so
time
wrong.
about if Sam comes up with jokes and things in the middle, like I'm like,
He's that
No.
fast.
no, he's
just
literally.
that fast.
If you hang out with him, he's literally doing that 24/7.
He's so funny.
Yeah, you'll see him
he's
go like,
just a hilarious guy.
Okay, so do, and that's all it takes for him. And it's like
Yeah,
catalog
yeah.
through the song. How do I, which is stupid fast.
Whole show's rigged still. Travis,
Yep.
question for you from Steven again.
Steven.
Throughout the series, on After Dark tonight, Travis does that for 30 minutes. Throughout the series, we've seen Grog and Vax go from rivals to friends to family. In your opinion, Travis, what was the part where Grog came to see Vax as more than just the stealthy bastard he traveled with?
Give it to me.
I think that, man, I don't know if I could pinpoint it. I think it was one of those, like, comrades in arms. Like, they'd just done so much together, and he's seen Vax suffer over the death of his sister, and he sees how much he cares about Keyleth, and he sees him trying to reach out to, what was the little kid you had whacked in the back of the head, and then he became a
Kynan.
dickhead? Kynan, yeah. The failed and/or success with Kynan and trying to mentor him, and how he wants to, kind of shepherd Terry, and he sees all the good things, and I think those started to outweigh the need for like little prank bits. And I as a player was just beyond like moved by you coming down into the workshop and just like saying it like straight to my face. Like I had no reaction. I'm always one to like crack a joke or do some wordplay or something, and I was like, fuck, that was really good. So I didn't have a reaction because I didn't want to spoil it. I thought it should just be left at that. And I know I had heard some people were like, oh, I wish he had had a chance to respond. There wasn't a response coming. The response turned out to be part of the ritual for Vax, and I thought that was like a great circle, an unintentional circle, but when that happened, I was like, there's the
Yeah,
completion
that's
there.
cool.
Yeah.
You found it.
Guys, Travis and I love each other.
We do.
Nothing
do.
wrong with it?
Yeah. If I don't
hope to
like you, I
explore it.
won't try to trip you in a field while we're, traversing across it.
It's true, I know.
I liked every time I ate shit on the show.
Yeah.
So many times.
I heard that beard trimmer comment in the last episode, by the way.
You don't know where I'm going.
I don't have any idea.
No.
Hey, speaking of,
Yeah.
you got a little shit on your face. What's going on? You growing that beard back out again?
Yeah,
Due to popular
baby.
motherfucking demand?
I don't know what I'm doing.
People
Do you know what I'm doing?
People are calling for it. What?
Are you gonna grow your beard out, Brian?
Here's the problem. As you guys know, on the couch, those have known me for many, many years.
Yeah.
I have the capability of a pretty epic SOS pad
It's
beard.
the fucking most amazing
Here's the
beard
problem.
I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
like Birds
Walt
and
Whitman.
Bill
It takes
Nests and that
about,
shit.
it is Walt Whitman. And I appreciate that compliment. And I will tell people you said that. Here's the problem. It takes about 7 weeks for that beard to get to maximum beauty.
Yeah.
For 6.5 weeks, I look terrible. Now,
Well, you look. Just keep going. What?
I look what? Finish the sentence.
Can we get the Kill
Really
Bill
good
sign?
right now.
I'll grow the beard. It gets hot though. It gets hot, and then with all the women jumping and running after me in the streets, men, my producer won't leave me alone. It's time to give away some free shit.
What a segue, baby.
Oh, we're known for them. Each week, you critters capture moments from the show, make hilarious and or awesome gifts, and we love to feature them in our gift of the week. Yay!
Gift of the week.
This week's winner was sent in by Jason Caribbean, aka J Crib with the K. And it features you two, Travis and Laura. Let's take a look, Denise.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I love the close-up. Yes. Oh, I forgot Liam was in this one too. Hey, we got everybody. Oh.
Don't touch the dragon's loot, man.
You know what I love about
Donut
this?
shot.
You know what I love about this GIF?
It was like a sitcom.
Besides, what I love about this GIF, besides its pronunciation,
Mortal danger.
is I have seen this happen in real life so
Yep.
many times, thousands and thousands.
Yeah, you don't mess with the
I
bears.
don't know what you were doing trying to do that.
I
Look,
thought I had a clear shot.
Ash and I brought donuts Thursday night for the cast of
Yeah,
Critical Role.
I know.
Travis is a part of that.
And they were out there. I had my own plate of little sections of donuts perfectly placed on my plate that I had gone to the effort of cutting.
One of us puts the bonds of marriage obviously higher than
Very
the other.
seriously.
My donuts are your donuts.
Another finds
It
themselves
should be
to
a
be
two-way street.
They're right. After that
The
happened,
rage is
somebody
residual,
sent
y'all.
me,
She's pointing. Ah!
somebody sent me a GIF.
I pull the beards on this show.
Somebody sent me a GIF of him smacking my hand when I was eating his Cheetos.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he does the same thing to me.
Yeah, but Cheetos.
This is a joking facade covering up a real sickness.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna need to. Denise, let's wrap up a little early tonight and take these two out to dinner and see if we can get to the bottom of what's
Men-
going
men
Yes,
don't-
on.
please, I'm
Somebody's
hungry.
sleeping on the couch tonight.
Yeah, I wonder who. She's a lover. She's a hoarder. Thank you to everyone who submitted, and congrats to you, Jason. For that, you will be winning this Loot Wear box. Pretend this says wear. Pretend it's full of various wares.
The loot wear boxes are sick.
Thank
Oh,
you
wear
so
boxes,
much
Bags,
to our
Pouches.
pouches.
sponsor Loot Crate tonight. Thank you to Jason. Remember, to enter our Gift of the Week contest, you must submit gifts to toxmachina@gmail.com. Tell your friends. If you see an awesome GIF on Twitter, Tumblr, anywhere, please give them a heads up to submit it to us because they may not know. Thanks again to Loot Crate for sponsoring tonight's episode. Moving on.
Yeah, it's great.
Yas, Crate.
Oh, it's great.
This question comes from
that.
Zach Hitzeroff,
Hits are don't.
and it is for Laura.
Yay!
Because she hasn't gotten enough attention tonight. If the revivification.
Good job, man.
Damn.
We did it, guys. Everyone go home. Take a week off. There were bets in the office today on how many times it would take me to get through
One
that
and
one.
done, man.
Can you hit us
Yeah.
with a prestidigitation?
If the revivification, let's walk before we learn how to marathon. Lance Armstrong, who did not run marathons. Bad reference. I have an athlete on the couch.
Did actually.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I stand not corrected. Laura, goddamn, this question's gonna take me a minute.
Layers.
If the thing we talked about earlier had
Yeah.
failed,
Yeah.
Vex had failed,
Yes.
would Vex have potentially taken up the mantle of champion of the Raven Queen to make her brother proud, or instead wanted revenge against the goddess and taken a darker turn due to the severing of the strong connection between her and her twin? You can answer the first four parts of that first, and then the second four parts second, if you want.
I feel like no, she wouldn't have gone champion. I mean, you put that wonderful little note in there, take these wings and fly, which trying to make me cry. And I don't think she would have put on the armor.
Wouldn't have donned them?
I know that the wings are amazing, but I feel like the wings came about when you pledged yourself to the Raven Queen officially, right? Those wings weren't there when you first got the vestige.
It's true.
Is it because that was his journey and you sort of have your own?
Yeah, I didn't make that pledge to the Raven Queen, and I don't think I would have blamed her for what happened. I struggled with, at the end of the previous episode after he had died, if Matt hadn't ended it when he did, Vex probably would have gone pretty hardcore mad at Keyleth. And because we didn't get to like move straight into that part of us bamfing out, it was unreasonable. I shouldn't have blamed Keyleth for it, but at that moment in time, she was just lashing out, and she was furious that she left her teammates behind, that her brother was dead in front of her, and we're all doing something for Keyleth at that moment. So irrationally, she would have lashed out at her.
Yeah, pretty real response.
Yeah.
I agree.
And reason be damned. We don't always do things.
Yeah,
we know
no.
they're not reasonable.
Yeah.
We do it because it's fun.
Which is why I felt I needed to, even though that I didn't ever go there and I didn't show that in the episode because there was no place during the game to do that. It was just like on the move as soon as we started. But I had to, at the end of the episode, bring up to her how sorry I was for doubting her and for feeling that way, even without particularly saying it, because Vex felt very guilty for getting angry like that at her.
It's funny to go back in character and kind of wrap up some of those things and be
Right.
like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to be mad at you, but now I understand that decision you made in hindsight, right?
Right. It makes sense. And like after it's cooled down and you go, that was stupid. Why? I shouldn't have been mad at you. We all decided to be there for you. We wanted to back you up, and he would have given his life for you willingly. I know that you would have given your life for Keyleth willingly. So, there's no need to be angry about that.
Yeah.
I thought it was a fucking amazing moment when she made that call.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's if she hadn't done it, we would have died. I think everybody.
Yeah, it was great.
Hindsight.
Yeah.
Hear that, everyone? I don't know why I looked at you guys. Liam,
Yes, sir.
Morecant85 wants to know.
More can't?
More can't.
You hear stories of how someone's perspective changes when someone comes back from the dead.
Yo.
What is Vax's frame of mind like after the ritual?
I think, we are playing a game, and we're also creating fake memories for ourselves at the same time. And
And real ones.
yeah. I mean, it's six of one, half a dozen of the other.
Both of those equal the same thing.
I know, that's the thing with those numbers. The thing that I focus on the most is that, like, game mechanics, it's in the book, people can come back, and it's a little harder for us, and there's a chance that each and one of us can't come back. But we all have, and so I've translated that into what it means for Vax and what he thinks of the Raven Queen and what she said, which was that, so he's the fate touched, but he affects all those around him, and we're all tangled up and thread together. And so I think, I don't think I would say this to anybody, so I feel okay saying it here, that like it's verification or validation of the fact that all this is supposed to be happening. And people have died. We know people who have died and have not come back in the story, in the lore of the game, Keyleth's mother, lots of other people. And this is like surgery in a way. It's like the medieval fantasy version of brain surgery, and that's very iffy, and it's successful sometimes and sometimes it's not. But we have all come back, and I think Vax just thinks that there's purpose, and that's why everyone has successfully come back as long as they have. Previously, I thought I should have been dead ages ago, and that's just the luck of the dice. But now it's translated into she's making sure that we all get up again. Now I'll have to rejigger my brain when somebody permadies, but
Right.
for now,
A purpose together.
yeah,
A purpose.
yeah.
Everyone has a purpose. Yeah. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Everyone should have a porpoise.
All right. Now, that I will not allow. Another one for you, Liam. A follow-up.
A dolphin noise.
Martial arts stuff.
That was a dolphin?
Is that how a flipper sounds like? Oh, that's better.
I'm leaving.
You have lost control.
The
Liam.
dolphin noise is very close to Fran Drescher's laugh.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Wow.
Tyler.
Chandler Bing.
Oh no.
Oh, that's also
That's
There's
good.
multiple.
You do a good voice.
Chandler.
Liam, follow-up question for you. Actually, this question is made out to Leave Him O'Brien from
good.
I have mixed feelings about that. Go on.
your, my, and our beloved motherfucking Arsqueef.
Arsqueef.
Here's what I have to say to the people on the internet and everywhere in the world. If you're done watching Tax Machina and you've signed over to Talks Machina,
That's nice.
I made Arsqueef a household name. Be careful, because what could I do to you? Vax seems hell-bent on taking care of HOTUS, but has he thought about the problems of traveling to the 9 hells? I mean, you might piss off something much scarier than a Rakshasa.
Yeah. I mean, they don't really have a
Thank you,
choice.
Denise.
We don't have a choice. People came in and tried to murder everybody, and we know that it's going to happen again. So there is no choice. We can either sit and wait for it to happen, which is not a good option, and he's going to be shittier the next time even.
Yeah, doesn't he get more powerful each time?
I don't know, but he learns.
Yeah,
and
fool me
gets
once,
smarter.
shame
Yeah.
on me.
Whoa.
Fool me
Yeah.
twice.
Every
Can't get
time
fooled again.
I read, hear, or see the word HOTUS, I think of Sam's Halloween costume. That terrible, terrible Halloween
canon
costume.
now, yeah.
Rakshasa. Travis. Ooh. TLKV3 wants to know.
Ooh.
Everyone's death DCs are slowly creeping up to near can't come back levels. Grog seemed slightly phased, but not outright overwhelmed by Vax's fall. And these questions are so goddamn long. I lost my place. Is Grog ready? Is Grog ready to see one of his family die, possibly before him? Did Scanlan's words as he left leave a lasting mark on Grog where he'll be okay should something happen to one of them, knowing how they might feel in private?
Man.
That was such a long question.
Look,
Did Scanlan's words as he left leave a lasting mark on Grog?
there was 4 or 5 questions mixed in there at once.
Did you understand what
I
asked?
like to overwhelm Travis with the longest questions we could possibly find.
The resurrection ritual, Grog knows just about zero. He knows nothing. Anything with magic or any of that stuff, he doesn't really understand much anyway. I think he was shocked the first time when we couldn't do it on Scanlan immediately because we brought Percy right back, so it was like, why can we do this but not this? He doesn't ever get overwhelmed, I think, because he thinks it's always going to work. So I think maybe if there was a time where it didn't work, maybe that would fracture, cause a fissure of some kind in Grog's sort of outlook in the world. Because
The
he's
combo
just,
with Care is
Yes.
a great example.
Yeah.
The way that he handled talking about, because Care was asking all of those questions, and yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, have you ever seen one not work? And he was like, no, I haven't.
Yeah.
And I think he was like, oh, it just completely
Yeah.
blew by. I think if somebody did die, depending on who it is, he would, I don't really know how he would take it. I think he would be like a kid trying to deal with that sort of thing in the world. A death of someone that he actually cares about. Because he's no stranger to death, dealing it out and seeing it in my mind in his herd growing up, as a pretty common thing.
Yeah.
I just don't think he ever gave a shit.
Oh man, it's a tough call because after the whole fix him thing, I
Oh, yeah.
can't imagine how Grog would respond if.
Yeah, that's why
That breaks my heart to think about. I'm pre-crime.
That's why I don't think he was.
I
I don't think he was super destroyed by Scanlan leaving. I think he was just glad he was alive. Right. I think he expects him to come back at some point too.
Do you think Grog understands why he left
Absolutely not.
at all?
No. No. I think Grog thought he was throwing kind of like a temper tantrum, right? And that he left and went away, but he'll be coming back.
Yeah.
And that's why. People were so shocked when they were like, "You were just gonna let Terry die?" And I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I don't give a fuck about that fishing lure. I mean, I'll go get him if you tell me to go get him, but
With a little blonde fuzzy at the top of it.
totally. You gotta earn your place in the dumb Goliath mind, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, the people that he cares about, I think it would be pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
No, none of us do.
No, I'm skipping that week. Liam and Laura, Kyron272 wants to know, according to the casting times of the different resurrection spells, Vex was dead for less than 2 minutes total.
Too long.
Whereas
2 minutes too
2 minutes too long. Whereas Vax was dead for over an hour. Is Vex now officially the older twin?
Ooh.
Well,
I love this
how
question
long was
so
our
much.
mother in labor? How long does it normally take between twins?
God, how
No, we didn't
specific are
decide
we
that
getting?
over lunch.
No.
Jesus.
And also, if you're floating in the dead zone and watching, are you not alive? Are you
No,
dead alive?
you're not. You're not alive if you're
dead
floating in
alive.
the dead zone.
Do
You're
you
not
want to be-
aging.
do you want to be older?
Better
Because
question.
you can be.
No,
if
I
you
don't
want
to be the older one. I don't.
Okay. All right.
I just want to be the
You
pretty
wouldn't be
one.
old. You'd just be the older
The
one.
pretty one? You just want to
You're
be the
already
pretty
the
one?
pretty one.
Thanks.
I disagree. Up next, a question for Travis.
Man, there was no way to win that little exchange there at all.
Oh, something I can look up on Tumblr later. Travis, this one's way quicker. This is from an alternative answer.
Is that the name?
Yeah.
I love it.
You roleplay Grog's low intelligence beautifully, and it's mesmerizing to watch.
you damn liar.
My players always shy away from.
So is watching grass grow.
I actually really love this question. My players always shy away from low stats and don't believe me when I tell them how fun it can be to steer into them. What is some advice you would give from a player perspective that might help convince them to embrace a low score?
Oh my God, we were just talking about this. We went and saw Fun Home, which was an amazing show. Liam had a brilliant idea to take us out to the theater. We loved it. And at drinks afterwards, we were talking with Sam what his process was for coming up with Terry. Plus he had a couple other ideas, and he had a great little tidbit of saying, like, develop a character with a weakness and play the weakness, right? Because you can build a stud or some sort of hero, and nobody really gives a shit. Like if
Terry.
you're amazing, nobody cares.
Nobody cares about
We
Terry.
like the cracks. We like
Yeah.
the dirty, broken.
Yeah, we're not trying to win.
Yeah.
It's not winning.
So if you roll a low stat, whether it's because Keyleth has low charisma, right?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
right,
Yes. I
think
which makes her
charisma.
awkward, right?
Yes.
When I got that 6, I was like, all I need to know, right? It's like if somebody told you to improv a character, but they were like, here's the one thing you can't do. I'm like, that's all I need to know.
Yeah.
So if
My guy's
you're,
at 10, so yeah.
If you're not intelligent or if you have shitty constitution
Charisma, not
or whatever.
10. Don't look at me like that, Laura. I wasn't saying he's a 10, like he's a 10.
I know.
His
that's,
charisma is a 10.
He's a 10,
Yeah.
fucking 10.
Sorry, Travis.
that's
No, no.
average. 10 is average.
I got the laser eyes. Oh, that's what you were saying?
I
So
think
now I'm just
I
average?
think if you're, and I haven't played
you
in
still
a
look
group.
fat in this? Is that what you're saying?
You're interrupting my
I'm sorry,
amazing answers
keep
right
going,
now.
BB.
Keep going.
I'm gonna eat your donuts for 5 years. If you don't, that sounds awful.
Hey, at least you're not a guy who has a soft spot for teenage assholes.
That's true.
Oh.
That's true. And I promised it for 5 years, so that's
Yeah,
like
that's-
a lengthy
yeah.
promise.
Yeah.
Shit, what was I saying?
Who cares? Who cares? You just made a 5-year promise on the internet that's going to live
play the
forever.
weakness. Play the weakness.
I've heard a lot of people say they don't have a group that has heavy RP, right? And if you don't, then I guess it's a little different. But I haven't played in one where like RP isn't a really important and funny part of the game. So I guess if you do like RP and you have a group that loves it, lean into that low stat because that's where I think the funny comes from, and sort of the like endearing parts of the character.
Oh,
you know?
Pike trying to teach you how to read?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
I love that we're
That's-
both weaklings
Yeah,
and we
we're
have scrawny
clever
ass
and quick
little.
and sneaky and cocky, but
when
we're
we try
like
to climb
wet
the side
tissue
of a-
paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if everybody was, low stats can be fun. If everybody
Again,
was,
the point of the game is not to rack up as many experience for us, to rack up as many experience points and get as much treasure as possible. Maybe you like gold. Play the
one
weakness.
of us maybe.
But to make each other laugh and surprise each other, and I mean that's the point of the game. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
News to me.
I agree. For us, that's what we like.
Oh, and alternative answers back, guys, with the question for Laura and Liam. I have player characters in the game I DM who are related to each other, but they don't act like it at all. What are some of the things Matt does that help give you two opportunities to showcase your character's familial relationship?
And what does Matt do? I don't know if Matt
Well,
does
I
anything.
think this person's a DM, so I think their questions are sort of on that side of things and kind of wondering. I mean, you can just answer that for yourselves, like.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is one realm where it's not. Matt's a genius at this world, but I think this is one place where it's just you and me.
Yeah, where it has to do with the players. Well, like, one of the things that I think helped us the most, outside of just the fact that, we kind of felt like siblings already,
Yeah.
is that we
Yeah.
my God.
So scary.
You got your own gift
Is
coming.
that we got together before or shortly after we started playing, and like sat down and really talked out what we wanted our backstory to be together.
Yeah.
And that really helped solidify that relationship. Going, oh man, you remember when Mom did this, or you remember how we felt when that happened with Dad. Those little things add up more and more over time, and then it just keeps building.
Yeah, it was just like a 2-hour conversation of like, what if? Nah, yeah, what
Ooh,
if?
and then
That's all.
That's fun.
yeah.
Plus,
that's
we
fun.
kind of like each other, so
Yeah, just
that's
a little
helpful
bit.
as well.
Kind of.
Well, Laura, one more for you.
What if that was just like right in the freaking eye?
Careful, Gambit.
That was
was
so
good.
close.
Laughed, but
That was better.
I felt wind touch the top of my hair, and it felt
That was a
glorious, you
19.
guys.
That was one away from a 20.
Nothing disturbs that hair.
That was so
Nothing.
close.
You're gonna get another chance to do that, Travis. But remind me, because I need my eyes. Laura, T-Boys14 wants to know, what's up, Tyler? We know Tyler. Hey, Laura, when did Vex start believing in Kiki, or has she always been that supportive of Kiki and finally just noticing? You kind of answered that earlier,
kinda
but
did,
do you have any more to that?
I feel like Keyleth has been really progressing in this past, like, I don't even know how many episodes, how many games this is, but where she started at and where she is now is so huge, the difference. And I'm seeing it more and more and more every time we play. And I really think that Marisha is doing this amazing job of playing into the strengths that Keyleth is starting to find in herself. And it's just really cool. And Vex is noticing it too.
Yeah, she gets deeper and deeper. I remember in like the first couple of months of this game, when we of the show, there were so many twin moments where we were like, at the same time.
I mean, there were so many times where
Yeah.
I was like, is that Marisha or is that
Right.
Keyleth? I am confused, but it's Keyleth. I mean, it's Keyleth. She's just so good at doing the awkward thing that you like buy
know.
it so wholeheartedly. And now that's how you know, is because like Keyleth is getting so freaking cool, because Marisha's so freaking cool. But
I agree.
I mean, Keyleth is becoming a badass, and
Yeah.
she's finally getting to show that off.
Yeah. When you were talking earlier and there were beautiful little flutes under your voice, I wanted to fall asleep on a cloud made of cotton candy and just lay there and listen to it.
I like it.
It's time to give away some more free shit.
More free shit to give away.
What's in the box? Guys, in addition to our GIF of the week, you, the fans, send in incredible fan art from moments during Critical Role, and we like to feature them for our fan art of the week.
Yeah! That went away from me.
This week's, oh, no, I'm not on the screen.
Oh, there it is.
She
Wait for a
does this to
moment.
me every
Wait
week.
for your moment.
She does this every week. This week's winner is Bill Washington, AKA @Bill_Wash,
you know
and
what
it
started?
features you, Travis.
Really?
Let's take a look, Denise.
Them Titan Stone knuckles.
Oh, God, I love it
You
so
sent
much.
this one in the text chain, right?
We
want it.
had a hard time this week.
I want it
I
painted.
mean, we have a hard time every week, but
on the
this
side
week
of my
was
house.
really tough. But Bill is someone who hadn't submitted to
Hot
us
damn.
before, and this blew us away, so we had to choose it. Thank you for submitting, Bill, and for
that,
all
Bill.
your hard work. You will be receiving this Paduk personal dice tray from our friends. Look at this
See,
wood.
I like those little ones. I think they're adorable.
Now,
wood
these
stand.
woods that they're doing for this run of the giveaway are all the carpenter's, craftsman's choice woods, so they're all very unique and incredibly expensive. So, we are very proud to give this away to you, Bill. Thank you so much to Wormwood. Check them out. Wormwood Gaming on Twitter and wormwoodgaming.com. A huge thank you to them for sponsoring our Fan Art of the Week contest.
Thank you, Bill Washington.
Thank you, Bill.
Yay.
Thank you.
stuff.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was going to say that the artists community in general around the show is ridiculous. It gets more amazing every week, and we share pictures in our group text thread and
All the
look
time.
like the Nazis in looking in the Ark of the Covenant. They're just amazing.
Yeah, that's true.
Amazing.
So good.
Make sure to send in those submissions to talksmachina@gmail.com before Tuesdays at 9 a.m. Pacific. We make the cutoff late because I know a lot of you watch the YouTube, but a lot of them come in late, so we try to either carry them over to the next week or save them for maybe one of our one-off episodes or whatever. We save them, so if you didn't win, don't worry, you might win later.
Yar.
But probably not. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, let's get through a few more questions before we go to the other show
Oh.
on the other channel.
The Off the Dock.
Or maybe the same channel, depending on
the
where
same-
you're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on where you're watching. Miscreation 00. Travis.
Double lot.
In regards to Percy's mind messing, what inspired you to withhold Grog's retribution from Percy? Was he actually angry and held back because Percy is his friend? Or was it something along the lines of Grog not putting 2 and 2 together?
I think it's a little column A, little column B. I don't think he entirely got it. But 2, I think he's also friends with Percy. And I think he likes fucking with Percy a lot right now.
Of course.
It's like,
The negotiation
it's so much fun. Yeah, it's so much fun. If he had asked me to do something that I didn't want to do, right, or that I had thought was bad in hindsight, maybe that would have been different. But I didn't give a shit either way. Plus, we needed the lodestone, and I genuinely, Grog and Travis, forgot that Terry had the other lodestone. So he was like, lodestone! I'm like, right, we need that.
I guess we're lucky you didn't throw him at the Kraken on the way out.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a diversion.
yeah.
You know what I can't stop thinking about is Gil's lodestone theory from last week's episode.
Boy.
Don't look at me like that. If you didn't watch the show, I ain't giving you any fucking
I
hints.
didn't watch it because I wanted one of those wands that he was showing off.
You don't care about what Gil says?
I just don't remember everything that got
This is a
said.
rage
He said that
Rage.
he has a theory that possibly Kiki's mom is in the lodestone.
That she's poop?
Yeah, she's cracking poo.
Cracking poo.
Metallic? No, magnetic.
Like regurgitated like an owl.
Like
spitting
a
the
little-
digestive
No.
Like a-
nugget.
Well, I don't,
Little druid
like a
nugget.
pearl.
Interesting.
Liam.
I don't think she's dead. Keep going.
Well, she's missing a leg unless it's not her leg.
Well, so what? She's missing a leg.
Yeah,
People
Ripley
miss
was
legs
missing
and
an
they're
arm.
alive. Like, that's fine.
I understand. Listen, I'm not against people missing legs.
I'm
I'm
just-
just saying, if she's around, she's in bad shape, like my landlady. Mrs. Captain Picard wants to know, Liam.
Wow.
Yeah, this question comes from royalty, goddammit. Vax seemed not to know who Terry was when he came back.
Right.
Then mentioned having read Terry's book. Was this some kind of timeline disorientation, Vax screwing with Terry, or something else?
It was, well, again, it was me goofing around with the idea of not remembering everything, but that got sort of shunted aside, and no one was biting, so I was like, fuck it. Sometimes it's as simple as that, guys.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I thought at first, is I was like, oh, he's trying to stay in character. Because you wouldn't, yeah.
I'm just a terrible player.
Well, I wasn't going to say it because I don't believe it.
Yeah, it was. Nobody was biting, huh? We were just kind of like letting it
We
happen.
were real confused.
Yeah.
I was like,
all right.
did he talk to Matt about not remembering certain things?
What? I thought
I was
nobody
like,
else
There's
was
no
doing
way he
it.
read Terry's shitty book.
Definitely.
It's not even done.
We
Shitty
noticed
book
it.
isn't done
It's not
yet.
even
I
done.
noticed it. I was like, uh-oh.
Okay, Laura, we got to go
What?
fast here. We have 6 minutes.
What?
Spin, twist, twirl wants to know. Not spint. Shut the... Denise, if you keep laughing at me doing this, we're going to get a new host. Laura, as far as I can tell, everyone but Vex has called VM their family. Is this a conscious decision on Vex/Laura's part?
What a bitch.
Oh, I'm such a bitch.
Seriously.
Have I not?
Well, fucking spin, twist, twirl says no.
89
Yeah.
episodes?
Vex is HOTUS.
She's also never been naked on the show, which is a
Ever.
shame.
Nah.
It's a shame.
No, she totally thinks that they're her family.
It's not a conscious effort then.
Yeah.
Okay. Travis, Tiamat, ZX.
I'm gonna kill you.
Considering their
character.
improving relationship, does Grog feel guilt?
Wait, cross your legs the other way.
Why?
Because that's body language. This means that we love each other.
That's the stupidest shit I've ever
Keep
heard.
going.
What the fuck are you talking
I'm gonna
about?
kick you in the
Throw
shin.
away whatever book you're reading.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yes, it
This
does.
man is willing to go in front of at least a mid-size SUV for you.
Yep.
Okay. Tiamat ZX. Travis, considering their improving relationship, does Grog feel guilt for failing to get Vax out of the Kraken sooner?
Nope.
Liam, Sin surrounds it, wants to know. Do you have more, Travis?
Nope. Nothing else.
This is a really great way to get through the questions.
I went to go
kidding.
get Vex. I got out.
Liam, Sin surrounds it, wants to know.
Yeah.
Third try is the charm, didn't work. What was going through Vax's head when he decided to not destroy the book, especially when considering how much love the Raven Queen has for the undead?
Oh man, the thing is, he's only been a paladin for like a month and a half or something and doesn't know shit. I mean, the way I like to think of it is like he doesn't understand why he was chosen. He was going to go try to study with Pike at a certain point. That's where he wanted to go, and that got washed aside. He hasn't been some paladin of the Raven Queen for 20 years and studying her tenets. Everyone talks to me about Gurn. He doesn't know that Gurn should be a priority for him as a necromancer. He's just he made a deal. It blew up in his face like one of those bags that the money guys carry. Goes paint. Turned him into a paladin, and then he's figuring shit out. So I mean,
Stuff tastes terrible too.
I think in the back of his head, he's like, man, somewhere there is this ripped, shaved-headed, like hard-ass Marine dude who's the perfect paladin. And she picked this dipshit. What the fuck? I'm a front man for a fucking band, man. Why did you pick me? Everyone keeps getting back up, and they kill these fucking dragons, and shit just keeps going their way clunkily. So he doesn't know shit.
Now I just picture him Indian style going boing.
I really shouldn't have gotten rid of that book. I should have given it to you to read, and you would have known as much about the Raven Queen that I do.
Yeah, that's right.
I know more about the Raven Queen than you do.
Wow.
Well,
I mean,
I choked on
specific
blood
edicts.
and stared in her fucking face,
You've
which was
talked
as
to
big as
her,
the Empire State
But
Building.
I know her
He
specifics.
took the breath of blood in that hot tub, yo.
We should have a talk.
We had a talk. You told me the things that you know.
Maybe I know more. No, I don't. I'm just totally bullshitting. I don't know anymore.
I'm so bored.
This is at the core of our relationship, and it will never go away.
I know more. Do you?
That's
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Hey, you know what? Want to know what my theory is on the Raven Queen, everybody? You ready? You ready?
Yeah. Mine too.
That's all of us. Yeah. I don't fucking know.
Moving on, Laura. Jeremiah Lane wants to know.
Yeah.
How did it feel to watch Sam get talked into leaving Dotier behind after all the times he tried to talk you into leaving Trinket behind?
You know what hurt the most about that?
Think about that.
Is that he did it.
He did it.
He did it. He was like, "You're right. I'm gonna leave Dodie behind." And I was like, like maybe I should have been more willing to leave Trinket behind.
He's just a better player in
He's
person
just a
than
better
you are.
player than
Yeah.
me in general. I mean, he's like one of the most, aside from Travis Willingham, he's just the
so
best
many Reddit
player.
threads for him.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're echelons of players,
Yeah,
right?
like
Yeah.
it's Travis, Sam,
God tier.
oh, the rest of those
we don't
losers.
have a wide enough shot to show
No.
where.
Yeah, the difference. What
Two
were we
more
talking about?
questions.
Two more.
And then we have to go to the other show. We have to get everything ready to switch over.
I'm gonna eat while we're
Liam,
switching over.
Yes.
Pimper Gnome wants to know,
Wow. Pimp or gnome or pimper gnome?
Pimper gnome.
did you feel your odds were greater or lesser? I'll let you decide. Did you feel your odds were greater or lesser for resurrection given the Raven Queen's, Vax's Raven Queen's allegiance? I give up.
Man, I'm going to give you a really unsatisfying answer on that.
You would not be the first person tonight to do
Yeah,
that.
I know. I mean, I could die in the next episode, and there's a lot of shit going on under the hood for that
Knock
one.
on that fucking wood.
There you go.
Thank you.
That's
That
the
was
metal
metal.
part.
There you
Knock
go.
on the top. I went with this with
so
Sam.
metal, so metal.
People don't know how to knock.
So since we can die every episode, and that's a complicated question, so I'm just going to pass. Pass.
Travis, final question of the night is for you from Bond is a Time Lord.
Nice. I'm gonna fail you. Here we go.
Travis, when your darling wife slaps away your hand from her donuts, what stings more, your hand or your soul?
It's my soul. It's an uncurable sting.
What hurts?
Can't be soothed by the tears of 1,000 unicorns. It is. You never get that skin back. You know, it's always grows back a little thicker and more coarse than the rest of your
Just,
skin.
this is how you learn. Don't fucking do it.
Yeah, like that.
Laura, follow-up question from
What?
Bond is a Time Lord.
I'm sorry. baby.
How good were those donuts, though?
What?
How good were those
They were
donuts?
so fucking good.
They were
welcome.
pretty
They
good.
were
pretty
the
damn
best
out of
donuts
this world.
I've ever had.
Zombie donuts, right?
No,
welcome.
voodoo donuts.
Voodoo donuts.
Ashley picked those
Is that
up
wrong?
on her way home from Harry Potter, in between Harry Potter and the Harry Potter world and the game.
They were
and
so good. Let
I
me
was
talk
allowed
you
none
through
of
all the
them.
different flavors I had.
Nope, we don't
There
have
was
time.
a strawberry.
No time.
That's all the
Oh,
time we
there
have
was
for
a
tonight,
shame.
folks.
There was chocolate.
Make sure to send in your questions via Twitter, Facebook, and Reddit. If you're on Twitter, use the hashtag
Boston cream.
Boston Cream.
Cake with
Also, don't
blueberries.
forget to send in your gifts and fan art for our weekly contest. If you're on Alpha, stick around. We'll be back in just a minute. Take some questions.
Maple sugar, I think.
Was
dedicated
there?
Alpha Chat,
didn't have that one.
Talks Machina After Dark segment. If you're not, We'll be back next week with an all-new episode.
Old-fashioned, like the old
I would
burgers.
like to thank my guests. Gloria Bayleaf, Bleed Him and Fry Him, and Cat Piss Woolly Man. Someone bring me a rose to give Travis, please.
God.
I texted him, actually, he came over last night and said, I apologize in advance for your name tomorrow night.
Oh, man.
This is for Cat Piss Woolly Man.
That one might stick, cat piss.
Oh man, don't eat it. Don't eat the rose. Don't eat
Oh,
that rose.
no.
That's so bad for you. There we go. I don't know if it's really bad for you, but don't.
And my name is Friar Boston. We'll see you next week. But until then, please, please, please don't forget to love each other. And don't worry, it's almost Thursday. We love you guys.
Yeah.
Denise, bring me my motherfucking salad. Welcome back to Talks Machine in the Dark.
Tox machine.
Roses are red.
Yep.
Sorry we took a long time. We were eating.
That's okay. How was your dinner?
Oh my God, it was so good.
Really?
Good. The steak sandwich. Parts of it.
What'd you have, Liam?
I had a tuna melt and a big wad of French fries in a hurry that gave me hiccups on the way back.
Laura, what'd you have?
LA.
I had kale salad.
Well,
But it
that's.
actually was really good.
It was?
Yeah, got that chicken in it.
That's all the time we have for tonight, folks. Thank you to Ryan Green for dinner and giving us something to talk about.
Yeah, Ryan Gray. Thank you.
Is this your water?
So,
Order.
I got about 600 pictures of Orcus tweeted to me that I checked during the break. Matt, if you're watching, does Matt have alpha? Matt, if you're watching, please introduce that character at once. I'm
Good
so
Lord.
scared.
I'm terrified. If he does, we're all dead. We can't fight a god.
Yeah, if you ever watched like the early like WWF days or the WCW, the Legion of Doom, the guys that wore the shoulder pads with the spikes coming out of them, that's what he looks like. It's awful.
Yeah.
He's like like the bass player for Guar?
Yeah, I would say more of the keyboardist, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
His name's Tommy Boucher. Question for the cast from the Alpha Critters chat room.
Yes.
In honor of Pi Day, we're going to start off
Oh,
very
that's why there's a bunch of
controversial.
pies here.
Oh Jesus.
In honor of Pi Day,
Boy.
is a cheesecake a pie? Like a pizza is a pie?
No.
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 No. Not even a
A
question.
cheesecake is a cake.
That's offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A cheese
It's an
steak
aberration. It's like
a steak.
It can't decide what it is.
is a cheesesteak a steak?
Nope.
No.
Then how
It's
is
a
a
sandwich.
cheesecake a cake?
Exactly.
Yep. It's not
Moving
a cake
on.
either.
Laura,
It's not really a cake.
It's a
yeah, you're
hybrid.
right. What?
What are we doing?
would you give
That's
up?
the important questions, Liam.
What are you looking at?
The barrel, the initials on the barrel say KY.
Well, that's what was inside of it.
Oh Jesus.
Oh my God, what
When
is
you
it?
buy it-
Wine barrel.
When you buy it at Costco,
Personal
it comes in a
lubricant.
very large drum.
No, Taliesin got it for me at Ren Fair.
No, we bought it at the flea market, y'all.
Allison got it for you.
I
It
said,
should say
Taliesin.
KY.
In the back, where no one's allowed at Ren Fair. Do they happen to have any of those cool-looking medieval barrels full of lube? And he said,
How many do you want?
how many do you want? Laura, question from Rut.
Okay.
Would you give up the broom to save Trinket?
Yes.
Would you give up Trinket to save the broom?
No.
Would you give up either to save Grog?
Yes.
Oh, which one?
She's got a soft side, people.
Wow.
Which one? The broom or the bear?
She would give up the broom to save Grog.
And then
She
she
would
would
give
stop
up-
there.
She would give up the broom to save Grog. I don't think she would give up Trinket to save
Bears
Grog
or
yet.
BB?
Yeah, that's my BB.
It's my baby.
Yeah, but I'm your baby.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
They
Great
parted
moments
ways
will
2
never
weeks
live
later.
down in Talks Machina history.
I'm your baby.
Yeah, but I'm not Papa.
Don't ever do that again, ever.
Dude. Liam,
Yes.
let's quickly get the attention onto you at once. Sven TS wants to know, were there any goalposts you had set for the resurrection? Any missteps they could have made that would have had him not return if the role passed?
Oh.
I don't I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to answer any
No.
questions about Vax and death. And
I get it.
yeah,
Okay.
Sorry.
No,
I like it.
I like that a lot.
So you did. You talked to Matt. Did you have?
Don't guess. Stop guessing.
Okay.
Take it easy on the
Maybe
crowd.
tell me later if she was right.
Sure.
Travis G. Someone wants to know: does Grog secretly wish for love, or to start a family of his own? He
Nope.
seems to ask. Liam. C1E89 wants to know: after hearing Laura's bargain, how do you feel about going after? No. To everybody. We kind of already answered that one. Where was the most odd, weird place you've ever been recognized? In a barrel full of KY lube.
I've never gotten it.
That's not true.
No, for this show.
Oh, for this show.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say people recognize you all the time. every
Aside
time
from
we-
something like it was like a
we walk in
like
front
a
of Jumbo's
San
Clown
Diego
Room, they
Comic
know
Con or
this
something
guy.
like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think any place is like weird. Nobody's ever like followed me into the bathroom or anything. So, except at cons, but that
Yeah,
doesn't
of
count. I
course.
don't think.
No.
There was when I went to. There's a Target right by our house, and one of the first times I went there, one of the employees, when I walked in, like smiled at me, and I was like, smiled at him back, and then he just kept like staring at me and smiling as I walked by, and I was like, that is a very friendly employee. It's a little uncomfortable though.
Yeah.
And
I love
then,
you did this in the middle of the store too,
Yeah.
just to.
And then he was like, Laura, and I was like, whoa, and he's like, I am a big fan of Critical Role, and I was like, what the what? That's awesome. It was really great.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
When
He
we're.
actually plays D&D with Eddie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh snap!
Wow.
Crazy small world.
Everybody plays D&D with Eddie.
I know.
When we were in New York, lots of people would come up to Ash and talk about Critical Role. It's crazy. We'd be at a restaurant, someone would be like, I'm so sorry to interrupt. And I'd be like, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
We've only been together 5 years. We don't really get to do this very often.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that was really cool. And everybody's always nice.
So
The
nice.
critters are always nice.
My favorite, I've been noticed a couple times in person, but my favorite was kickstarting something to do with all this world. And I got an email back in like 10 minutes going, is this fax?
Oh, really?
Oh wow.
I
Yeah.
said, yes, it is. Thanks.
That's
Bye.
amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you, bye.
Oh,
Oh.
old Griffon wants to know.
Oh.
Good old Griffin.
To all, seeing as you're likely going to the 9 hells soon, what would you say is your character's greatest sin? And what ironic punishment would await them in hell? The answer for Keyleth, lava.
Is that what happens in the
No,
9
that's
hells?
No, it'd be great though if
Do
they
you
were
get
like,
punished for your
haha, Keyleth, you must stay here in hell, surrounded by lava
She just
and
go
also
fire
doors.
elemental.
And
Huh?
children that
She
you
go
killed.
fire elemental. She'd be great.
Oh, that's true. Well, what's your guys' greatest sin? Not your characters.
I would say probably just like willy-nilly killing people in the early days, right? Pre-Pike, finding him and domesticating Grog a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I am.
Other than that, I'm fucking.
So
perfect.
you, serial murder,
Yeah.
you,
Serial murder. Yeah.
probably theft, a broom.
Come on, I don't think that's her worst sin.
Well, tell
Like
us
it's a
what those
broom.
are.
She's killed people.
It's not a broom to Chris Hardweek.
Hard week.
What?
What?
It says, Liam, question for Vax, if you could summon him, please.
Yes.
How does it feel to have a voice actor named Liam controlling all of your actions?
Oh, well, you know, he's a bit of a dad, isn't he? He's a bit of a doofus, isn't he?
Yeah, I can't. This is so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
This
Guys.
got weird.
Riptide Parker's here, and he wants to know. I don't know if it's a he.
Riptide
If you
Parker.
could have one item, I just stopped that because she's going to keep crying. If you could all have one item currently in Vox Machina's possession
Yeah.
for one day in real life,
Somebody else.
what would you pick and why?
Anybody's.
Ooh.
What if it was for the rest of your life?
Oh, that's
We
a
got
good question.
one day with any
That's
other
why
item.
Courtney picked it, guys.
I think I'd take Whisper.
Not for ridiculous purposes, for like
Actual
to have it,
use.
to covet it. You covet it? Let's say it's that.
Well, yeah, to throw it and bamf wherever it lands. That's pretty fucking sweet.
That's pretty cool.
You gotta catch me first.
I feel like, well, I can't decide. I feel like in real life, Raven Slumber, the necklace that Trinket goes in, is, I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Pretty handy.
It's a fucking necklace you can put
You get it
people
for one
in.
day. You're gonna like charge $5 to go on the necklace
For a day.
You
For
gotta
a day.
think this shit out a little bit.
For a day,
God,
I'd go with the broom.
Dang it.
For a day. For life, I'd go with Raven Slumber or the Boots of Haste. Because how freaking cool would it be to be able to get a bunch of shit done?
It's pretty cool.
And you don't get tired afterwards. The boots don't give you fatigue.
Yeah.
Can I answer this? I know I'm not part of Vox Machina,
Yeah, go
but
for it.
I am legally bound to you guys now. If I could take one thing from Vox Machina, I would take Dotier for a day, have him follow Denise to find out where she goes at night. Up next.
Wait.
Wait, what? Landon answer.
I would either.
kidding.
I
Go
would
ahead,
probably take Talison's D20.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Would be the thing that I would want. Or he's not that strong. I think it would be cool to mess around with Pike's glovies.
Who's
Oh,
he?
the gauntlets of ogre
I
strength.
thought we were talking about ourselves.
It's in real life.
Yeah,
This is
ourselves.
real
You have to
life.
real world.
port it from that to
What
the
would
real
you
world
do?
and use
Then
it
I
for a
want the
day.
fucking D20
Like going
then.
into
Yeah,
Whole
no,
Foods,
yeah.
you take Whisper and you throw it down the aisle, and you're like, poof, and then everybody picture a guy.
I'd wear the Deathwalker's board then, because I would want to fucking fly all over the place.
Yeah, that's pretty
Right.
good. Grow wings.
Yeah.
For only an hour, though.
Yeah, but then I'd look like David Bowie the rest of the day. What's
That's
wrong
true.
with that?
That's true.
But then they would come
But you
after
would smell so bad.
and they would put you in some sort of federal prison like Legion.
We have
When-
Febreze
And then-
now, though.
Hey, no spoilers. I'm saving it for when Ash gets back.
He's dead, don't worry.
Tonight, I'll walk off.
They're all dead.
If you could have any GNS or Alpha person besides BWF, he is too busy with his home game, fill in for playing your character for a one-off, who would you want from the GNS/Alpha crew to do it?
To play our character?
Ryan
No,
Green.
to play.
Ryan
Yeah.
Green.
Yeah,
Ryan Green.
Ryan Green.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mine.
Travis.
What?
Oh man, there are just so many people that could play Grog. Denise? Yeah, Denise could be Grog.
Denise could be Grog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Denise, you want to be Grog? Sure. Fuck that. Offer
Sure?
rescinded. Bullshit. I need commitment.
Sure.
This
She wants a
milk
cool
toast
character.
commitment.
Denise, how do you feel about that?
Max, you want to be Grog? Absolutely. Fuck, that's what I'm talking
get
Denise
about.
Denise.
says Vex for sure, Max for Grog, and Ryan Green for Vex. I
Son of a bitch.
like those odds. However,
Hey, some of these offers only come once in a lifetime, Denise. It's all right.
because of her legal
Be thinking about
troubles,
that on a
she's
rainy
not allowed to
day,
be on
crying over a
camera.
glass of wine.
Could have been Grog, but it's all over now.
Hey, how are you guys liking the flashcards? All the flashcard art coming in.
That's so good.
There is some graphic flashcard art.
We didn't get to the
there?
flashcards on the Twix show tonight,
Yar.
but the
There's
flashcards
graphics?
are.
Yeah,
great.
they're enjoyable.
Didn't you see the one of
fun.
just like a big old wong of you?
A big old wong?
Oh, what's
Yeah.
a wong?
What's a wong?
It's like a
Too
wang,
long foo.
but
Thanks
it's like
for everything.
it's an extra. It's like a dong, but like wang.
A dong wang?
A dong wang.
You meant to
so
say a
it's like
dong
double.
and a wang put together.
Yeah.
A
I
wong?
saw one, but it
wong.
wasn't very detailed. It just looked like a big oval.
You can call.
What did you want to see, a
can
Prince
call
Albert?
Venus
Yeah, I
whatever
wanted
you
to
wanna
see a big,
call
like,
it.
veiny, triumphant
My-
bastard.
Okay.
Like,
My
super-
favorite one is the one where they hid his cock with a cock.
Oh.
They put a chicken right in front of it.
Oh,
pretty great.
nice.
That's pretty
Did it
great.
cover the whole thing?
Yes. But it was a big chicken.
Must have been a baby. Guys, how much time do we have, Maxologist?
5
Okay.
minutes.
Laura,
What?
what's the origin of Vex's blue feathers? During the ritual, you mentioned Vax gave them to Vex during her darkest hours.
Not her darkest hours. One of her darkest hours.
I think we're arguing semantics at this point, but I'd like to hear your answer anyway.
She's had some dark hours in her life. Well, honestly, I saw this really adorable fan art of him giving them to her when they were kids, and I was like, I like that. I feel like,
Oh, give them to him when they were kids?
Yeah.
Send that to me. I want to see it.
okay, I don't know where it is anymore, but he
I don't
has
care.
it.
Spend as
know
much
where
time
it
as
is.
you need to find it and
The
send it to
curator
me.
knows.
Originally, it was Kit's like concept art that brought the feathers in. I hadn't like said that. Obviously, you had her on the show, and I didn't give her a lot of notes.
Make her hot. Make me hot. Or
Basically,
whatever, yeah.
I told her dark hair, like
Don't
hazel
care.
eyes, and hot. Just make me look like a badass.
The beauty of this game is if you say, oh, 7 years ago I slipped on a banana peel, then it's canon and it happened.
Right. So I love that. I love that he gave them to her. I love that she was upset and he gave them to her.
Kit, are you there? Just kidding. How great would it be if she just
God,
heard
that'd be
booming,
amazing.
Like in that,
or that beautiful
like,
booming
3 a.m.,
voice
I'm
coming
here.
out?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Lightning round. Laura,
What?
you just answered the question. I'm going to Travis. Travis, I'm sorry, I got to make it even or the internet gets mad.
Yep.
If you had your own dotier following you around, what would Grog want him to do? Draw pictures of Grog or write his story?
Still
/picture/pop-up book form for Grog.
That
And what
one.
would its title be?
That one.
The
It would-
pop-up book?
Yeah, the pop-up book is.
Scratch and Sniff?
Yeah. Oh God, that's even better.
What would the title of it be? Grog's memoir that Dotier is scribing.
Grog.
It would just be Grog?
Yep.
But it would be spelled wrong.
It'd be spelled Gerg.
Yeah, it'd be GR.
Be Ger.
Grr.
Legend of the Stink Finger.
Dear Liam,
What did you wait? What was that thing you wrote on his forehead in the home game?
Dork.
Dork.
And you said, why does it say cord? Wasn't
I
it?
thought I was
yeah.
a little drunk. Instead of saying crod, because I saw it in a reflection, I said cord. I was like, damn it, fuck, no, it's crod.
Cord.
Shit. Liam was like, life imitates art.
Cord. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Not guys, Liam. Where'd you get that wonderful shirt? Gummy Bear Wookie wants to know. What's up, Gummy Bear Wookie?
What,
My
this one
second
right here?
Side
Oh, the
bay?
one you wore.
Yeah.
For our Christmas celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says, spoiler alert, everybody dies, and we all do. And I'm not talking about the game. Oh. I got it at threadless.com.
Game of Thrones.
Threadless, man.
Threadless.com, Gummy Bear Wookie.
All men must die.
That's where you go for
Theramogulis.
great shirts. Here we go.
Valadoharas.
Liam, one more. How does Vax feel about the fact that when Keyleth returns to the, this is from the animated Carboner, whatever it is. For Liam, how does Vax feel about the fact that when Keyleth returns to the Arashari,
Yeah.
she is meant to stay and rule?
I mean, he has no idea how to navigate towards this, but I think he sees himself what he would hope for if he can work things out and make sure that his sister is happy and everybody gets everything they want. He would be like a Jorah figure standing at her side, and then he would
Warmonger.
age out and die, and she would go on to another lover or husband or whatever, and he would have had his time with her and be thankful for it and pass on. He's got to get there though.
Why
There's a
don't
lot
you
of shit in the way.
Why does she get to live an extra long time? I don't understand.
She's made of trees,
Yeah, but she's made a half elf like we are.
but she turns into trees.
Yeah.
Like she'll be living forever as a tree.
But will she
1,000
float?
years.
1,000.
1,000
I know
years.
she lives 1,000 years. I just didn't know why she lived 1,000
Because
years.
the player's handbook
Yeah,
says.
if you could turn into a fucking tree, you would live a little
She's a
longer.
fucking
Yeah, but
redwood.
you'd be stuck in place because you're a tree.
Are they
Where's the
tree
fun in
beard?
that?
Are they like tree beard trees? Or are they
Of
just
course you caught that, Denise. Sorry. Everything's fine. Do you know what you should do?
Well,
please tell
Go
me.
off with Keyleth and do what people think I do with my life, which is live off the wealth of your betrothed.
we're gonna play. Keyleth and Vax get to play Call of Duty non-stop.
Oh, if only that was the truth.
Oh
What a
man,
life
it's been
that
a
would
minute.
be.
It's
It
been a
has
minute.
hot minute.
Hey
Too
guys,
long.
we got to wrap up here. Do you know why? AXYB is back.
Axiom.
And they are coming on
Axiom.
at 9. But guess what? Got to go back to Twitch to watch that good content because it's not on alpha yet. It will be soon. No, it won't.
No,
I get fed a lot of bogus info. You know what I mean? People try to trap me and try to
know-
get me to say a lot of
They
bogus stuff on the
discovered
show.
Bigfoot.
I say all of
You
it.
just say it. You know.
I say
what-
everything people tell me, and then I let the internet sort through what's true
That's
and what's
right.
not.
Loch Ness
That's
Monster is
right.
real.
I think he was just reiterating information that he got, and he believed it was true, and he was just.
No.
It's a great show, though, and you should watch it anyway.
Taki. No more Taki.
Travis, I'm not sure if you've been asked this before, says David's ONJ, but on a game-to-game basis, how often do you have an awesome strategy that you have to scrap because of your dedication to the role of Grog?
Because you're such a good player. You're the best of us.
I think I have some lint in my belly button.
Denise, can we get tweezers and a close-up?
What was the question?
Sometimes he
The
sits
question
there,
was-
tells me about his time at RADA and on the West End.
Yep.
And says just wasted, hidden away.
All these plans that I had to go study at CERN, and they
Yeah.
just
Do you ever have to abandon, like, say, I'm gonna try and interpret your question, David. You're in the game, rounds are happening, you're thinking, oh, I know exactly what to do, but then you have to abandon that strategy because it's not something Grog would do because he's a bit of a dum-dum.
Never. No. I love playing a barbarian because I didn't know anything about D&D. I read like some of the wizard class, like druids, spells, levels, cantrips, all that shit. Super intimidated me. I thought it would be too much. I only have to think about what I'm gonna hit, with what, where, and how, and it works for me beautifully. I don't have to get super creative. Like if I get really out of the box, I pull out the alchemy jug and ask for oil because I think that's
Right.
what'll make a kraken lurch. Other than that, it's just like, and that's. Yeah.
We used to be brothers in arms with that too, going like, don't need it, don't want it, don't understand it. And I'm only got level 1 spells, and I'm like, ow,
It hurts. It's taking years off my life.
Wait, this is a concentration and this is a concentration.
I know. And I look every once in a while to try and dabble, and it just scares the penis out of me. So.
Wizards are tough.
Yeah.
Wizards
Yeah,
are tough.
dude.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of research, a lot of late night Matt Mercer calls, a lot of Venmoing him. He's
Yeah.
very expensive if you're not in his game.
Yeah. He charges by the
He
hour.
doesn't give you the friends and family, does he?
I asked him for one, and he said, if you know any friends or family of mine that want to play. Well, that's all the time we have for tonight, folks.
That was perfect.
I'd like to thank everyone for joining. We should just do this every week now. That's it.
Just cut the bros.
We'll see you next week. Thank you for submitting questions to the Alpha chat room. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you, Max. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Danny.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Eddie. Good night, Moon.
Mittens.
Good night, Mittens.
kittens.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Sax. Thank you, everyone. Thank you,
Thank
Selena.
you, Selena.
Thank you, Amandine. Thank you, Amandine, for coming back to us legally this time. I'm kidding.
Thank you, Rose.
Love you guys.
Thank you,
Thank you for
Rose.
watching. Thank you, Rose.
Thank you, Brune.
Thank you, Brune. Good night. That's it, Denise.
Okay, bye.